Hi, I'm Matt Asmus, founder and managing director here at Access, and in this episode of our 30 in 30 video series, I'm going to attempt to answer a question that clients often ask us, which is, should I be investing in search engine optimization, commonly referred to as SEO, or social media advertising for my business? If you have asked yourself that question before, or are considering investing in either of these marketing activities, then this video is for you. Well, as often the case with these type of questions, this is an incredibly complex topic. The answer is going to be different for every business, and we could probably spend hours talking about the complexities of this. But let's try and simplify things and break it down. However, the final thing worth calling out before we jump into the rest of the video is yes, I do run a social media agency, so I'm undoubtedly biased, but I promise I'll do my darndest to put my biases aside and try not to upset my SEO friends. Okay, so SEO versus social media advertising. In a perfect world of unlimited budgets and unlimited time, the simple answer will be to do both. But perfect worlds don't exist, so you need to work out what suits your business at this point in time. Accordingly, there are 4 things that you should consider when trying to make a decision like this. And these are 1, the required timeline for results, 2, the associated costs, 3, the ease of optimization and scalability, and 4, the purchasing process of your ideal customers or clients. Allow me to dig into each of these now. Number 1 is the required timeline for results. In general, SEO campaigns take months to have an effect. How many months depends on many variables, including how competitive your industry and keywords are and what digital assets you already have. But it is not uncommon for the time frame to get your website to appear in the top Google search results to be 6 to 12 months or even longer. In short, effective SEO is a long-term marketing strategy. What that means is from the day that you start paying your SEO agency to work on your campaigns, it is likely to be months before they deliver any tangible results. If your business has an immediate need to generate leads and sales, then an SEO campaign is not for you. Conversely, social media advertising starts driving traffic, leads, and sales right away. Once you push go on a campaign, your ads start delivering immediately. Your business, its content, its products, and its services will start popping up in your target audience's news feeds. If done well, it can essentially become an instant source of traffic, leads, and sales. This means that I would recommend social media advertising to you if your business has these immediate and short-term needs. The second consideration is the associated costs of each campaign. When discussing the costs of the campaign, it is important to make a clear distinction between agency costs and media costs. Stick with me here. Agency costs are the dollars that you pay your agency to implement, manage, and optimize your campaigns. For both SEO and social campaigns, you will incur agency costs. Media costs are the dollars that you pay to an advertising platform like Facebook or LinkedIn to run your advertising. This means that you will incur these costs for social media advertising, however, you will not incur media costs for most SEO campaigns. As you might expect, it is challenging to do a head-to-head comparison of the costs between the two campaigns. In our experience and in general, agency fees for SEO campaigns tend to be higher than agency fees for social media advertising. However, SEO campaigns do not have an associated media cost. That is, you don't have to pay Facebook or LinkedIn to show your ads. This is why many people use the analogy of a flywheel versus a hamster wheel. The suggestion is that running paid advertising in its many forms is like running on a hamster wheel. It is a pay-to-pay world, and your business has to continue to pay money to generate leads and sales. Whereas they say that SEO is like a flywheel, where you continue to gain momentum as you continue your SEO efforts. Your search engine rankings improve and your free organic traffic increases. Now, I agree with all of that, but you have to remember 2 things. The first is this flywheel can take a year to start spinning, that is producing results for you. The second is that if you're in an industry where your competitors are undertaking SEO as well, you cannot simply achieve position 1 rankings in Google and then stop paying for SEO campaigns. It's like getting out in front in a marathon and then you stop running. Your competitors are behind you and they are still running and they are still undertaking SEO. They will overtake you and overtake your position 1 rankings. This means that for many businesses, effective SEO is a pay-to-play world also. The third consideration is the ease of optimization and scalability. For many of our clients that taste success with their digital marketing, their first question is, how can we do more of this and how can we do it even better? Or in other words, how can we optimize and scale these campaigns? Now, as an agency, that is music to our ears. In the wonderful world of social media advertising, there is so much you can do to both optimize and scale campaigns in a short period of time. How we actually do this is well beyond the scope of this video, and I'll leave that for another 30 and 30, but optimizing and scaling goes beyond just throwing more money at it, which of course you can do. However, because the feedback loop for what works and what doesn't is so tight, we can quickly scale and amplify your advertising efforts when using social media. Now, despite SEO having flywheel characteristics, optimizing and scaling these campaigns is a more difficult and slower process. If you taste success with SEO, you might say, great, let's target a range of keywords and search phrases in Google. However, when doing so, it is going to take a number of months before you start ranking for these keywords and they start driving you traffic. As such, it is a number of months before you can decipher if these changes or additions successfully drive leads and sales for your business. Importantly though, and in the interest of lack of bias, SEO is like a flywheel. So the more SEO you undertake, the easier it gets, and it does become easier to rank your business for certain keywords. This is because Google will start to view your website as a high quality and authoritative destination. The fourth and final consideration is the purchasing process of your ideal customer or client, which means what are the steps that your potential client or customer moves through before making a purchase from your company. Are they likely to complete a lot of search-based research through Google, or is it more likely that you have to go out and find and potentially educate your ideal clients and customers of your business? In a previous 30 and 30 video, I discussed a comparison between the use of Google AdWords and Facebook advertising platform for your business, which I'll link up in the post that goes along with this video. In that video, I talked about the difference between intent and interruption-based advertising. And this concept is highly relevant here. If your ideal customers or clients are likely to go to Google and enter in a search query that's relevant to your business, then it is obviously in your favor to appear in those results. And this is what I mean by intent. These users are intentionally searching for information about your industry, your products, or your services. So this is a great place to get in front of them. In this case, SEO has a clear advantage because it is hard to beat a qualified query or search-based lead. As long as you don't mind waiting for SEO to have an effect, this shows what makes SEO a powerful long-term strategy. Conversely, if you have the type of business that people are unlikely to search for, then social media advertising allows you to go out and find your ideal customers or clients, target them, and put your business in front of them. This purchasing process obviously does not lend itself favorably to search-based marketing. So a quick recap of the four considerations. They are 1, the timeline for required results. Social media advertising is short-term, SEO is long-term. 2, the associated costs, remembering to consider both agency fees and media costs. 3, the ease of optimization and scalability, the tight feedback loop of social versus the longer-term view of SEO. And 4, the purchasing process of your ideal customers and clients. As I've already said, in an ideal world, every business would do both, but budgets are not unlimited. When businesses come to us, they often have an immediate short-term need for leads and sales, in which case we often suggest in the short term, they undertake social media advertising with an intention to add SEO in to the long-term strategy and digital marketing mix. A further benefit is that social media advertising and SEO have a synergistic relationship, and the insights and learnings from one campaign can help feed the other. So it often becomes not a case of either or, but when to execute each. If you would like more information about the differences between these two platforms, including some of the resources and other videos I spoke about in this video, then please click the link in this post.